Big game, big winner, big savings with Premier Heating and Air. Whether you're preparing for the biggest game of the year or the world's biggest winter competition, make sure your HVAC system is prepared as well. Get a $1,500 rebate and $400 system upgrade with the purchase of a new HVAC system from Premier Heating and Air. Experience a premier difference today. Get a gas heat checkup with a free co-monitor for only $69. Heat pump checkup with the first pound of Freon if needed, only $69. Get a free second opinion or a free new unit estimate when you call Premier Heating and Air or log on to premierishere.com. Experience the premier difference today. Locally owned and operated. Offer expires February 28, 2026.
So here we are. Welcome, everyone. We're having a conversation today. It's going to be the first of 4 conversations that I'm going to be hosting with the St. Patrick's Committee members this year. And we're just going to have a series that's kind of all things St. Patrick's, and we're going to be talking about what it takes to put this festival on each year. I'm Duana Cooper, and I am a festival member, and I am the media and PR chair, and thus I'm here with some of my co-chair people, and I'm going to have them introduce themselves and talk about their position on the committee.
My name's Cole Stewart. I'm president of the Shillelagh this year.
Kim Barham, and I am president of Order of the Blarney Stone.
So we all sit on the St. Patrick's Committee, and I just kind of wanted to let everybody know kind of how the committee works. And people volunteer to be on the committee. It is a 100% volunteer position, I'm a first-time member this year. So what I've come to realize is that these are big positions. The things that you produce and host for the community each year take a lot of work. And I've come to realize that this is sort of like a part-time job with no pay. But people do it in the committee, and you guys do it because of the love of the community, the love of the festival and the memories that I think, especially if you're from the Dublin area, that you have just year after year participating and going to these events. So let's talk to each of you about kind of just, Kim, start with me telling me who you are and kind of, where you work in the community and about your family and your life.
Okay. Well, I live here in Dublin. I work for the Georgia Department of Education. So this does make this tricky in trying to get everything done, but I enjoy it. I didn't grow up in Dublin. We've been here for 23 years, and we moved here from Middle Tennessee. And one of the first things that impacted me so much about moving here was the St. Patrick's Festival. And I have wonderful memories of, not being part of the committee, but just it being a family tradition that we enjoyed and always participated in. So when I had the opportunity and was asked to serve in a capacity on the committee, I did. This is my 7th year, and I've been through the tiers one time, took a year off, and just worked as a volunteer, and then now I'm back in the tiers again. And so we have, the structure is that we have a membership team, and that would be Cole and I, and we serve as the president of the Blarney Stone and Order of the Shillelagh. And then next year, it is expected that we would move to co-chairs of the festival, and then you have co-vice chairs of the festival. Then the next year, co-chairs is the final tier, and then we spend a year serving as past president to support past chairs to support the committee. We implemented a couple of years ago, well, I guess it was last year, we implemented a volunteer co-chair structure, and they work as assistant Blarney Stone and assistant Shillelagh, but their focus is the volunteer coordination. But they've been so valuable to us. That is Roy Grenade and Stacy Lee, and they become part of the gala committee. And so that's what we're hitting hard right now and working on. What else? What else do you need?
No, that's great. I mean, you mentioned that you'd been part of the committee for 7 years, and I most of the time when you do join a board or a committee, you're asked to serve for a specific amount of time. And I think it's incredibly important. What I've learned, in my first year, is that we need those kind of commitments.
Absolutely.
Because this is a big learning curve, and each of these events are humongous productions, from stages to bands and contracts and budgets. And so it is a large commitment that these people make
Absolutely.
for multiple years to this committee to pull off this extremely successful, literally month-long festival. So let's go to you, Cole. Talk to us about who you are and how you got involved in the committee.
My name is Cole Stewart. I'm a loan officer at Community Bank of Dublin, Lawrence County here in Dublin. Me and my wife actually moved to Lawrence County in 2018 after we both graduated from college. We went to college in Milledgeville. I'm actually originally from Bleckley County. Kim's husband, Coach Barham, was actually one of my football coaches in high school. So, like I said, I knew of Miss Kim for a long time, but I hadn't met her until the committee. So that was nice being able to meet her. But yeah, so I actually got involved. Me and the chair, Will Gerard, this year, we were really good buddies, and he kind of mentioned it to me, and I thought it'd be a great way to get plugged into the community. And it's been very rewarding. Like you said, a lot of times it's just nice to see things produced that you put effort into. And a lot of people don't see it. A lot of people think, it all just gets thrown together. A lot of people don't realize as soon as March is over, we usually take like maybe April and May off a little bit, but June, we're planning for the next year. Yeah, it's a constant cycle. So we're always trying to pour back in the community and do really well, for each other, one another, and really help this community and the festival grow. Because I think, like I said, it's something that we all love, and it takes a lot of planning. But like I said, it's also a lot of commitment, a 4-year commitment, because there's a little bit of a learning curve. So it's really not something you can kind of just do 1 year and get out. It's something you really have to be committed to and do it over and over again, so that you can really perfect it and be good at it.
Yeah, absolutely. So kudos to everybody, myself included, like jumping
Absolutely.
into this and,
Absolutely.
And just figuring it out and making it work, because it's a lot. And, 100% volunteer, we talk about that a lot, because a lot of the other big festivals in our community and surrounding communities have, paid people who work on those festivals all year long. And I think it's just a testament to the love of the Irish, and the Dublin heritage that, so many people, tirelessly work to produce these events, at the expense of really just their time.
Absolutely.
And their love of the community.
One thing I didn't say that I do want to say, while we do have the tiers and people work through those tiers on a volunteer basis, we also have some standalone committees that keep the same chair year after year. Munchies is Jeff Cannon and Kathy Jones, Arts and Crafts, Abby McAllister. I'm going to leave something out, but I just thought about
Kay.
Kay.
Donna?
No.
No.
Brady.
Brady.
Yeah. Kay Brady.
Kay Brady's taken over
Souvenirs.
for souvenirs, following Glenda Ricks, who did it for over 40 years.
Wow,
And
amazing.
so I got to throw that plug in there for Glenda. But it's a lot of work, and volunteers truly make it what it is or what it's not. And so I think it's important to, we're always trying to recirculate and recruit volunteers to be part of that whole committee. And it's, like I said, it's a lot of work, but gosh, the payoff is, when everything's over and we're all happy and it looks so good, it's worth it.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
worth
that's
it.
how I got involved. Is last year I signed up as a volunteer on the website and became enamored with the whole thing, and then was asked to join the committee. If someone in the community would like to become a volunteer and just get started in some of the events, how would they go about doing that?
There is a volunteer link on the website that all you have to do is fill that out, and you can kind of give us some information about what you would like to be involved in, but the volunteer chairs then will reach out to you and plug you in, where they can, and then we're going to ask you to come back next year. So,
Great, and that's at Visit Dublin, Georgia?
yes.
Great, so that's the website where you can go to if you'd like to sign up to become a volunteer and get involved in some of these activities that go on all month long.
right.
Now, you guys specifically, this year, the tier that you're on, And the reason that we're here today to talk about this specific event is the gala. It's one of the premier big events of the festival. It's usually early on, and it kind of kicks off a lot of the things. The first event that we always have is the Miss St. Patrick's. It's very important to get that started very early because she then has to be at every single event after that, of which the gala is one of, and one of the first ones coming up on the 28th. So you guys talk to me about the gala, all things gala.
Yeah, so actually starting off March, we're starting off on February 28th this year. It's kind of funny how the calendar fell this year.
Yeah.
But we made the decision to do that. But we're really excited about it. This year, the location is at the Colmore Estate, which was formerly Renesdy, that was owned by Richard and Miss Diane Nesbitt. Very nice people, but they sold it to Kristen and Carson Cole, and they renamed it as the Colmore Estate. Beautiful place. We've never been out there, and we're very thankful that they've given us the opportunity to host the event out there. We can't speak enough how much that means to us and the committee and the community, and I think it'll be great for them too to be able to really see the fruits of the labor and everything that can go on, at the place. I think this may be the first big actual event besides weddings that they've had out there, of this caliber. So we're really excited, and we're really, looking forward to that partnership with them. Kim, I'll let you talk a little bit about everything that's going to go on there.
They have been a dream to work with. Absolute. They've just taken so much off of us, and they've done a lot of work physically to get ready, and so we're really, really excited. We got to go out and visit and just look at logistics and everything. We will have entertainment that night, and that will be 8-track flashback. I have the hardest time saying that.
Great band.
Great and local, and so we're really, really excited about that.
And such a variety of music they play. I mean, they play old stuff, new stuff. They're going to be a great time. We're really excited to see them come out.
Yeah.
We're having heavy hors d'oeuvres, and that is being catered by Roy's on King, and Roy is Roy Grenade, who is part of our committee. So Roy, and we've got the menu today, and we were so excited.
Very excited.
Very excited.
Good stuff from Roy.
Absolutely. It's a cocktail style event. We want people to not feel like they've got to wear tux, but we do want to dress up and class it up and have a good time.
Glitzy fun.
Absolutely. The gala really is designed to say thank you to the membership, because when you join Order of the Shillelagh or Blarney Stone, or if you're a patron member or corporate member, you get tickets to attend the gala. So that is kind of a night to celebrate those people that really are supporting the St. Patrick's Festival. But we're really looking forward to it. February 28th, 6 to 10. Anything else I need to say?
We're very excited to see everybody, see all the patrons come out and really enjoy the night together. Like I said, I think it's really going to be a great time. We're really looking forward to it. We've put a lot of hard work into it, and I know the community is really going to appreciate it.
Well, I look forward to it. Is there any kind of theme or anything that you're leaning into this year?
Not this year.
Okay.
We're just keeping it classy.
All right.
St. Patrick's cocktail.
Yeah,
Yep.
St. Patrick's cocktail is the direction we're going. We had some other plans that didn't exactly work out, but we're going to punt and make it work out. So.
Yeah, well, I look forward to seeing it out there. It's going to be a different style venue, and I think it's just going to play out well and lend itself well to this event. So I really look forward to it, and I'm glad to hear that these new people have come in and are working with us as a committee. That's really great.
I think one thing too that really drew us to this venue that's really awesome, Georgia weather, you really don't know how the end of February is going to be, so they have it, set up where if it's warm that day, we can open everything up. If it's cold, we can close it up and turn on the heater. So it's really a versatile space. So like I said, you don't really have to worry about how to dress. You can kind of wear what you want to, with the cocktail attire, and it be comfortable no matter what the weather's like. So that's a very nice added benefit to that venue.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think that's something that people would be interested in, knowing that it's there, that they do have the ability to close it up and make it a full indoor space. So that's great. I look forward to see it. And like you said, I know that they've done some updates, some painting and stuff like that. So I look forward to them being able to showcase their new facility, via this commitment with us as well. So kudos. If they want to find tickets or be able to come, if the general public would like to come, how do they do that?
They join Order of Shillelagh or Blarney Stone, and that membership is $45 for an individual. You can do a patron membership, which is we don't necessarily advertise it as for couples, but you get 2 of everything.
Sure.
So you get 2 gala tickets, you get 2 bar tickets. We will have a bar, open bar with a paid bar with the heavy hors d'oeuvres, but all members get a 1 ticket. And when we cut off our list, our membership list, which we're not cutting it off yet, when we cut it off, we will then put together packets to send out to all members that includes their tickets to everything, their souvenir pin. Let me make sure I don't forget anything. I think they also get a ticket to a tethered balloon ride in that packet.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's really great, and that's part of the Balloon Fest.
That's what we forgot to mention earlier too. Jason Keaton is in charge of the balloons this year.
Yeah.
That's right. We'll be talking to some others, about those other big events in some of this series as we continue on. But that's just great. All right, we're going to take a quick break, but then we will be back with more things St. Patrick's Festival.
Hi, I'm Tom Dominy. Here at Dublin with Nelson, we pride ourselves on providing the industry's highest quality products at the most competitive pricing. We are a full-service wholesaler specializing in plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products. With a staff that collectively offers more than 50 years of expertise, our team knows your industry, and we can answer your questions and help you get the parts and equipment you need. From Moen to Renee, we carry the plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products you need from the brands you trust. We also carry a great lineup of Milwaukee tools. At Dublin with Nelson, our goal is the long-term success of your business. We achieve that goal with a simple commitment, doing things right, one customer at a time. If you have a question, or if you're looking for a hard-to-find part, give us a call. Our experts are ready to help. Order online, give us a call, or come by at 507 Airport Road in Dublin. We're committed to building long-term relationships with our customers by earning your business every day.
But this festival, let's talk about this festival as a whole, because it's a big old thing that Dublin does.
Huge.
And some of the most visible things I think that start early are the Green Up for St. Patrick's, where everybody goes out and buys the bows. Like, let's just kind of talk to people about how that works and what you see in the community. That and the Shamrock Your Ride.
The Green Up is bows that are made, and you purchase those bows, and that is a CASA sponsors that event, and they get the proceeds from that. But it's just a great way to make Dublin look like, hey, there's something different.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is great.
Businesses put it on their doors, homes put it on their doors and their mailboxes, and it truly does just turn the city green.
It does.
Starting in
It
mid-February, we don't play about this event.
No.
We want it started early and going long. Same thing with the Shamrock Your Ride. I think they used to paint them and now they have these stickers that you can actually buy. So participate in those too. Those stickers are available at various locations, starting like now, some of them, maybe the 17th.
I haven't seen a date.
Can't remember when the
there's
date for that
usually
is.
a couple of dates, and Morris Bank sponsors that, and they will. It's usually a Saturday morning, maybe a Friday afternoon, Saturday morning,
It's a Friday and Saturday.
and you go to their parking lot, and all you have to do is pull in, and you pick out. You've got a choice of 2 or 3 different stickers, and they'll put them on your vehicle, and you can ride away. But
Yep,
it's pretty
and just-
awesome to see it. I love to be somewhere away from Dublin and see it, and see somebody with those shamrocks, because then I know. But
That's they're from our
Yeah,
community. They
yeah.
support our community. Such great things. Another thing that we do is the committee. I haven't gotten to experience this yet, but we paint the streets. So
We do.
let's talk about that fun event too.
some of those stories we can't tell. No, it's a fun thing. We get together, and it's usually on a Sunday night, and we the fire department and the police department work with us and keep us safe, and we paint shamrocks downtown, and we've painted them in different areas downtown. We of course will not paint on the new bricks downtown, but we will go
year.
back and
Speak for yourself. Man.
Not this year.
I'm not getting in trouble. But we will do it again this year, and people will see us out there, and the queens will be out there, and it'll be fun. But we just paint the shamrocks as kind of the kickoff.
Fun. And I think that is Sunday, March the 1st.
I think
this
so.
year when
That's
we
right.
will be doing
think
that.
that's
So that'll be great fun as well. Some other fun things. Perry Williamson is on our committee, and I think everybody in this town is familiar with those Williamson Shamrock Donuts. So just, another way that the town really gets involved and shows their green and their community spirit. And then, let's just talk about some of the other big events, just in case people aren't aware of what some of the big events are, kind of that we do as part of the festival each and every year.
Well, you already talked about Miss St. Patrick, and we've had that pageant. It was great. Our queen this year is Asa Avery, and Asa will be very visible at all of the St. Patrick events. February 27th and 28th, Pig in the Park, downtown, featuring Will Mosley at the Madison on Market on Madison. The gala then February 28th at the Colmore Estates, and you can finish up at the Pig in the Park around lunchtime, early afternoon, and go home and get ready and come to the gala. March 12th is an iconic event. It's the Pancake Supper that's held at Dublin Middle School Rotary
Exchange Club.
Exchange Club.
Which myself, Will Gerard, and Perry Williamson are all members, and Jeff Cannon are members of that as well. So we're kind of double dipping.
You find that in this community, though. When people volunteer, they put their whole heart and soul in it. And many times they are members of many boards and many committees. We have the best community when it comes to volunteers.
A lot of servants' hearts.
Sure do.
We also have on March 13th the Joint Civic Luncheon at OFTC. March 14th is the Irish Corned Beef and Cabbage Dinner. March 14th is also Super Saturday, so that's the really big day in Dublin. That's the day you're going to have the parade, Arts and Crafts Festival, music and lunches. That's where you need to be. If you don't come to anything else, March 14th is the day to be there. And then March 20th and 21st, you have the Irish Balloon Fest at the Civic Hand Fairgrounds. Usually, I think the 20th is the Friday night, 21st is Saturday. Great event, good thing for your kids. I believe it's free. It is. It's free to come in, but then you can also purchase some tethered balloon rides and stuff like that. It's a very cool event. And again, these are just some of the favorites. There's a whole list you can look at Visit Dublin. On the Visit Dublin website, they've got a whole list because this doesn't even touch all the events that happen in March.
Yeah, there are many, many events. And the Balloon Glow, if you've never seen it before, it's free. You can bring your children in. They have a live band that'll be playing. All of that's free. And if you only come to visit and see the Balloon Glow, it wouldn't cost your family anything.
And we do have very affordable concessions, like you wanted to eat family dinner there. It's really they're not bad at all. So it's a great, very affordable event to come bring your family.
Yeah. And the Pig in the Park, in case you don't know about that, it's a barbecue cook-off contest. It's where everybody is out there competing to win for the best barbecue with judges. So another just fun event. But lots and lots and lots of events that go on, for this festival. And, different things get added each year. And I just kind of put a list down, some of them like, the St. Patrick's pet costume that Pitt's Toyota puts on has become a real...
I think that's really turning into
a favorite.
I see a lot of people posting their pictures,
You bring your pets and you put them in a St. Patrick Irish or a leprechaun, costume, and who doesn't love that? And there's all kind of tournaments. There's like soccer and pickleball and tennis and golf, each individual events. Some dueling pianos I thought was extremely interesting that's going to be at OFTC. So be sure to go and visit DublinGeorgia.org for the full list of events that will be going on.
Aren't you wrestling this year on the Shamrock Mania? I thought so. I thought I saw your name on the list.
Wrestling Shamrock event that's going to be at the Old West Lawn.
Duana versus Kim. That's the first round. Be there.
Jello wrestling. Right here. You and I.
We'll do it.
Well, I thank you all so much for being here with me today and, just kicking off this series of what I'm going to refer to as all things St. Patrick's. We couldn't do it without you and all the other volunteers. And if there's anything that you're looking for, the list of events is at visitdublingeorgia.org. That's where you can go and, join the Order of the Blarney Stone and the Shillelagh so that you can participate in all the events. And we just look forward to, seeing everybody at this very special time of the year for Dublin, Georgia.
Thank you.
Thanks, y'all.
Thanks for having us today, Duane. Like I said, I just really appreciate it. March is such a really great month. You know, when everybody gets together, you see everybody in their green jackets. It's just such a feeling of unity in Dublin. You know, it's just a fun time for everybody. And I think the community really comes together and gets really close during that March. It's such a fun time. I don't know, it's almost like you kind of escape from the world a little bit to have the fun during March, you know, so it's a great time of year.
Isn't there something we're supposed to say at the end of all this?
Aaron, go
Aaron, go Bra!